Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt your regularly scheduled programming to bring you this special bulletin. Kotaku has hired a new editor-in-chief. Kotaku is saved, and if you disagree, well, you are obviously nothing more than a filthy bigot. Why would I say that? Well, we got a nice little article over here from Smash JT. Go check him out on his website, doing wonderful articles every single day. And this news in. I saw this title and I was almost not going to say it, not going to agree with it, mix things up a little bit. But after reading the rest of the article, oh my goodness, I have nothing but agreement to give here. Let's welcome Kotaku's new insane editor-in-chief. Now, those are rather harsh words there, Smash JT. Why on earth would you say that? Let's take a look at this article. G&O Media has hired Mr. Austin Williams as the new editor-in-chief of Kotaku. Williams' appointment at Kotaku apparently isn't without controversies. In fact, it's chock full of them. From his LinkedIn, Williams brings with him a rich background of... music journalism. What? You brought in a music journalist to run your video game website. What? Okay, let's keep going. There's got to be something else in there. As well as academic role, teaching at the City College of New York. Okay. Instructs courses ranging from media studies. Okay. Freshman composition. Okay. And a deep diving into genres and rhetorical situations they will encounter professionally. Okay. Not exactly terrible, maybe, but perhaps someone more suited would be, I don't know, someone familiar with the background, someone with a background in video games. Okay, sure. So, even being hired at the top spot at Kotaku, he still retained his job to also moonlight as a professor of media studies. Okay, again, not a big deal. At least he's earned the title of professor. That is true. At least he has the actual title of professor, unlike some individuals at some corporations. And that's where the pleasantries end. Oh, what sort of journey is Smash going to take us on this time? Let's dive into some serious concerns. I shouldn't be surprised because, hey, it's Kotaku. But still, a part of me was holding out some hope. Oh, poor Smash. You still hold out hope for some of these video game journalists. There is no hope. They are destined for failure. Beginning to end, destined for failure. Holding out some hope that the person at G&O Media would steer the ship in the right direction. Course correct. Ha! That's not going to happen. And be put back on track for gaming in general. They don't care about gaming. They don't care about their audience. They simply want to hire people that will do nothing more than insult and denigrate their audience. Call them names over and over again. At least that's what we've come to expect. This was a huge opportunity, and what I found already proves it was a huge swing and a miss. Let's take a look at some of these tweets. Let's see. In response to Philip Lewis saying, Twitter says it will suspend people for openly hope for Trump's death on the platform. To which Austin Williams responds, my account is safe because I'm not a child. But also, what about the Yahtzees and harassers and Trump himself? Well, in case you didn't know, former President Donald Trump had his Twitter account reinstated. Want to guess if he hates the Orange Man? Oh, I think that's, I think half the country, at least half these urinalists, at least the ones, no, I'm going to go with more. Vast majority of these urinalists despise, they suffer from TDS. What else we got here? Thinking about how unnerving it is for black folks to be around friendly Trump voters. Really? That's unnerving. I'm just going to read them and you be the judge. My parents live next door. Next door neighbor is a MAGA guy. He's also an overwhelmingly nice Puerto Rican man. Is that supposed to be strange? He's a nice Puerto Rican man? Okay. So is their dentist, who pals around with them around 60s soul music. It's true get out shit. Oh, what are you trying to say there, Austin? If Drake and Future drop WATTBA 2 on the night Trump is impeached, again, we might have to declare today a national holiday celebrating Donald Trump getting impeached. How'd that work out for you? His stance directly aligns specifically with the broader editorial tones of Kotaku, a site that uses video games as an entry point to push propaganda and activism. Couldn't agree more there, Smash. sometimes focusing heavily on the former, unfortunately. How about just, that would be nice. And that is a dream world for Kotaku to strictly get back to talking about video games instead of the continuous op-ed attack pieces that seem to be coming out of there. This alignment raises questions about the future content direction of Kotaku under Williams' leadership. It doesn't stop at Trump either. Oh boy, what do we got here? I want to see challengers, but I feel like I'm going to get banned from Alamo if I got to see Zendaya get trained by 2 white men. Seems to have a problem with white people. So those with less melanin content than himself. Imagine a white person tweeting that, well, we don't have to because we know what would happen, Smash. We know exactly what would happen. Here's another tweet. There's a white man on the A train in sandals and literal grippy socks. Okay, that's just tacky. Acting very strange and fiddling with his backpack. Just wanted to publish this just in case. Yeah, I would definitely want to publish that because socks with sandals, that's tacky. Definitely should be reported to the police. Need to come steal this white man's job, Pat. Oh my goodness. What sort of tweets? What are you trying to get out there, Mr. Austin Williams? What sort of, what are you going to add to Kotaku's legacy? I'm in an office full of white people today. Pray for me. Oh, I'm sure you're in mortal danger there, Mr. Austin Williams. Working with white people, definitely a top 5 emotionally draining experience. No problem with these tweets, right? These are perfectly sane tweets. No issues here. No room temperature IQ, paint chip eating intellectuality on this one. White people really are the rudest on the planet. Oh boy, you haven't been around, have you? The absence of a Kotaku's content strategy under previous leadership has often been critiqued for leaning more and more towards social activism and cultural commentary than traditional video game journalists. And I don't see that happen. I don't see that changing anytime in the near future. It's the exact reason why the site has been nosediving in respect from the broader gaming community at large for the better part of 2 decades. This has caused gamers to feel alienated, attacked, ostracized, belittled. I can think of a lot more words than simply alienated. Believing the platform has strayed from its core focus. I can't talk tonight, can I? Strayed from its core focus on video games to prioritize political and social discourse in order to push the woke agenda, ideological checkbox agenda. Let's see, according to Austin Williams, his first day at Kotaku was July 30th, so this isn't actually new. He got hired, what, a week ago now? He posts on Twitter, yes, I'm going to keep calling it Twitter. I'm just used to it. It'll be another generation before people get used to calling it X. Thank you to everyone who sent over their congrats and kind words about the new gig. Sorry I wasn't able to thank each of you individually. Please accept this first day of school coded, Jesus Christ, fit pic that my wife took this morning as compensation. My goodness. I do wonder what the new direction he's going to give to Kotaku. I can't imagine it'll be problematic in any way, shape, or form. Unpacking the past. Williams at he worked at Vice? Let's see. Tenure at Vice included some pretty insane articles focusing on scrutinizing cultural and social issues through the lens of the mainstream media. So this is in a piece. Oh, this isn't Smash's words. This is his words. The woke men on TV still have a long way to go. Okay. Critiques the portrayal of masculinity in television using examples like Schmidt from New Girl, no idea who that is, thankfully, to argue that even characters intended to be progressive depictions of men still perpetuate toxic behavior. In other words, they're not girly enough. Okay. That's what that reads to me. The progressive depiction. You know what? The progressive depiction of men can kiss my white hiney. He suggests that these characters, while coming across as, quote, woke, fail to genuinely address underlying issues of gender dynamics, often needing more profound introspective work like therapy to overcome ingrained toxic traits, like being a man and complimenting women. And like, why is it being a man is being portrayed as toxic nowadays? I do wonder that. This analysis could signal the depth of cultural critique Williams might bring to Kotaku. Might? No, that's exactly what he's going to bring to Kotaku. nonsense. Let's see. Seeking a deeper understanding. I am black and I want a black woman therapist. Ah, now this one I wouldn't want to criticize too much, because if you're going to go to a therapist, you would probably want to choose someone from your background. Now, can that be considered a racially motivated decision? Yes. Is it a racist decision? I don't think I would think so. But unfortunately, if a white dude goes into the therapist and she's black, and he asks for a white female therapist, then, oh my Lord, that's his ass. He will be canceled. He will be ostracized from the therapy community in very swift order. So we always ask this question: why is it okay for one and not the other? If you can understand, what I'm hoping for is a therapist with some elevated, intersectional, enlightening take on black manhood. Okay. Again, I can understand that statement. However, the problem occurs is if someone with less of a tan would do the same thing, it would be seen as massively racist and unacceptable. Again, pose the question, why is it okay for one and not the other? He expresses a desire for a therapist who can deeply understand the nuances of black manhood and the intersectional pressures it entails. His article highlighted Williams' focus on intersectionality and personal identity. He cares quite a bit about identity in general and how important it is in order to communicate with another or relating to them. Again, I kind of understand that, but not good both ways. Now, what sort of impact will that have on Kotaku? It will have a negative impact and simply further the demise, accelerate the demise of the website, of Kotaku in general, until maybe GNO Media will either sell it or shut it down. What travesty. Travesty? Tragedy. A tragic travesty. Williams' previous writings point directly to how Kotaku, under his leadership, will continue to sink into the abyss. That is definitely what it looks like is going to happen, and we're going to be here with popcorn at the ready, just watching from the sidelines. And yes, we will be cheering. It will be unfortunate that if the day comes, it will be unfortunate that numerous people will lose their jobs. However, when you look at the people running Kotaku, writing articles for Kotaku, they have no one to blame but themselves. They brought it on themselves. When you go out and you attack the fans, when you attack the gamers in general, slinging names and nonsensical challenges over and over, and of course backing down because you're a coward, well, it is inevitable, and no one's going to feel sorry for you. GNO Media hiring Williams to join Kotaku signals a continuation, if not an intensification, I thought that said infestation, of the site's existing editorial slant towards aggressive anti-gamer activism. Will not be a surprise if that happens. I'm sure Alyssa Mercante is celebrating. With once having an audience that historically came for reliable game news, reviews, and industry insights, now finds a broad spectrum of cultural critique that has little to nothing at all to do with gaming. In fact, whatever it does have to do with gaming is simply to use gaming as an avenue to push an ulterior motive, the message, if you will. Skepticism around Williams' fit for success? We all have that skepticism. Smash, you're using big words and I'm stumbling over my face. My goodness, what an absolute gem that is Austin Williams. And it's not like we're trying to make accusations. We're simply using this individual's own tweets that he put out into the public domain, just like we always do. We're not trying to sugarcoat anything. We're not trying to blow things out of proportion. We're simply showing you who you have at Kotaku. So what do you think? Is this going to save Kotaku or just accelerate it down into the grave of its demise? I know what I think. Let me know what you think in the comments section down below. Leave a like, leave a dislike, do all those nifty little things us YouTubers beg you to do, and I hope to see you on the next one.